Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com and taking advantage of a beautiful day outside and a beautiful week for my guest. It's fight week for the Korbulizer, Russ Korbul. Russ is still undefeated as an early professional fighter. He's doing fantastic in his career. He's heading back to Atlantic City for Ring of Combat 80, and I will be cage side covering the fight and on commentary. Russ, it's fight week, man. You're not supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be miserable and cutting weight. You're not supposed to be smiling, but I'm glad to see you're in a good mood. You're always in a good mood. How you feeling, buddy? It's fight week.
I feel pretty good so far. I actually just got done with a workout with the guys at Sussex County MMA. So and I felt it was a good practice. I feel pretty good. And yeah, I'm feeling the effects of weight cutting a little bit, but I've been doing this most of my life, so I'm okay.
Russ, you really seem to me like a guy who enjoys what you're doing. I mean, above and beyond. I mean, even though it's the grind is there, tell me one or two of the reasons why you enjoy this so much. Because every time I see you, you're so stress-free, having fun, enjoying your friends, and having fun what you're doing. Tell me a couple of the reasons why you're like that. Because it's awesome to follow you. You're a breath of fresh air.
Well, I go through stress like everybody else does, I mean, I go through the journey of life like everybody else, it's like, it's like you're it's like sometimes you have a busy day at work or just something happens in your personal life, but fighting to me is like the ultimate escape, it's like you can take it out the right way by fighting or jujitsu or whatever, and yeah, but also with all this stuff like jujitsu, MMA, kickboxing, everything is this is where all my friends are and my best mentors are and everything like that. And they're being as fellow fighters too, they're going through the same thing like you are too. And so if you need help with anything else going on in your life, usually these are the people I go to for advice should something happen. And usually they bring my spirits up too, even if I'm not feeling the best, But yeah, I mean, I try to put everything as best as I can, no matter what it is. So.
Well, listen, you have somebody, one of your mentors you were talking about, and Mickey Gall, who's, been in the UFC, so he's seen everything from every angle. So, you're taking on Raymond Sabalos. When they tell me, Russ, a little bit about the protocol for you. When they call you and say, you know what, do you want to fight Raymond Sabalos? Do you and Mickey, do you look up, and check his record, check, some film on him? How does that work with you and Mickey as far as picking opponents and taking fights?
Well, it's not just Mickey. It's all my coaches and the team as a whole. We look it down, we try to see what it is, and if we all mutually agree. Because the thing is, the way I look at it too, it's there are times I've said yes to something, but maybe David or Justin said no. Or something like that, because the way I look at it is, if not everybody agrees, then it's not going to work. Everybody has to be on board. But this one, just because I was supposed to fight for the last Ring of Combat, but it didn't happen. But I stayed ready, and then we saw this one, and we thought, okay, this is reasonable, so we'll take it.
Well, Russ, listen, it's not difficult for me to scout you. I really don't even have to ask you what your game plan is, because I know what Russ is going to do. Russ is going to do what he does well. And, you push people around, you get your hands on people. And I got to talk to Mickey Gall at Ring of in Atlantic City before your last fight, and he was just telling me he called you a superhero when you get your hands on people. You have that strength. So that is basically, like I said, let's talk about it anyway. Russ Korbul is going to try to grab the guy. Listen, and Russ, too, your last fight, your striking. Listen, your striking is getting better every fight. I mean, your game is evolving, and obviously that's going to help you to get your hands on people when they have to fear your striking. So talk to me a little bit about how you feel about, what I just said about, Russ being a superhero, a bully, getting his hands on people, and basically making the fight, how you want it in your position.
Yeah, well, the game is evolving, when I started, when I started fighting, 7 years ago, I knew absolutely nothing about striking. Looking back, it's actually probably a miracle I won any fight without actually knowing how to, you could have, probably, slapped me in the face before I threw a jab back then. But yeah, but the way the game is, some of the things I was able to get away with like about 7 years ago, I don't think you could necessarily get away with today. But I was able to like realize that, you know, because like after like a few fights, I was like, okay, I have to know how to box. I have to know how to do this. I have to know how to do that. Because the way I look at it is kind of like wrestling. You know, like sometimes you're not going to take the guy down right away, and then you got to use your other tools to win, like such as, you know, being able to get off the bottom and hold the guy down, and things like that. Wrestling, same thing with fighting. You have, like, that's the way it is. You have to know how to strike. And I was very fortunate enough to get with Justin Burke, and Justin has evolved my game so much. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, most people say, like, oh, I'm not the same fighter I was, but, like, and he could even tell you, too, I am absolutely not the same fighter I was even, like, a year ago. Like, you know, like, you guys are going to be surprised. I can use these bad boys, you know? And they can hurt.
Listen, Justin Burke, Diamond Striking, you wear his shirt. Listen, I love Justin's breakdowns. Just the little videos he does on social media with the combinations and showing you certain things. And, you know, I've learned from just watching some of his videos, and you're getting it firsthand. Justin is definitely a man on the move, on the rise, Diamond Striking. Like you said, Burke is doing a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah, Justin is an amazing coach, amazing teacher. Really is. And
Excellent.
And he's become like one of my best friends too. So it's helped tremendously. So
that's excellent. Hey, listen, I'm sure you guys are talking fighting all the time. Listen, Russ, fight week. I want you to have a great week with the rest of your weight cut, and, you know, no nicks and cuts, no bruises. Stay healthy. Give some shout outs or love to any sponsors or anybody you want to say thanks to before we head out here.
Yeah, I'll give a few shout outs. Of course, I got a shout out to Gracie, New Jersey. I mean, because I like recently it was like my 10th anniversary with them. Like, I haven't like trained jiu-jitsu anywhere else but them the past decade, you know. Like David, obviously Justin Burke, Diamond Striking, the NPR guys are cool, and then the other people who have helped me throughout the camps too. Like, I was just done with Sussex MMA. They've always been good to me. The Finisher guys, they've always been cool to me too. They've been helping me out quite a bit as well. Fucked Up is my energy drink sponsor, because we all know I like my energy drinks. Fight of the Night. Wait, I think I might have my hat on. Yeah.
We gotta get everybody.
Fight of the Night, Sean, he's helped me tremendously through everything too. Like, whatever I need to get done, he helps me get it done, like paperwork, things like that. All my friends, my family, coworkers, just everybody who has supported me. I appreciate it. As always, I'm nothing without you guys. I really mean that. And I hope to put on a good show for you this Friday.
Well, listen, everybody can go see him, can go see the Korbulizer fight for free. All you got to do is download the Airy TV app. It will be live, and you can watch it on your computer. You can watch it on your phone. Ring of Combat 80, the Korbulizer tries to stay undefeated and keep moving forward. He told me he wants to go and fight like in other parts of the world, and he's working hard and fighting towards that opportunity. And Russ, always a pleasure talking to you. You know, I'm a fan, and best of luck at Ring of Combat and your week leading into it, man. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
I will talk to you soon. Can't wait to see you there. So I hope, like I said, gonna put on a good show. Do the one thing I know I do best, and that's Korbulize.